All right, and we're recording. Hey, Brandon, thanks for talking to my class and anyone who's watching online. What's awesome about you taking the time to talk to my class is that you just graduated. We are December 8th, 2022, and you're a May graduate from 2022. So I think that's really
Yeah,
awesome. Probably some of the students in this class, in this upper class, they probably recognize you from being around campus not that long ago. So thanks for taking the time.
yeah, absolutely.
So I guess the first question is pretty easy, pretty softball type question. If you wouldn't just mind introducing yourself, who are you, where are you from, and why'd you choose to go to Rankin?
Yeah, so my name's Brandon Carrillo. Um, so I'm from Granite City. About myself, my dad is part owner of three Mexican restaurants. So I grew up in the food service industry my whole life, and I did that really up until October of this year. I worked in a restaurant. So just having this kind of job, it's very new and very different for me, but I'm also excited to kind of get started with my career. And Yeah, what was there anything else to that question I didn't
Cool.
answer
No,
there?
you know what?
Yeah.
You talk about your job, but we didn't hit that detail yet. Where are you working, and what's your job title?
Yeah, so I'm at Uncommon, and I am a junior software developer, and I've been working here for about 2 months now, so I'm still pretty new.
And so, you're a junior software developer. So, what kind of software are you developing?
Yeah, so our tech stack is we have like C Sharp, .NET, MVC on the back end, and then we have a Postgres for the database, and then we are we're in the middle of converting to Angular and TypeScript on the front end. Like I mean, obviously there's HTML, CSS, and all that, but we're converting it to Angular now.
And so, because I'm, I know Rankin's history of curriculum. You actually didn't learn .NET MVC as far as like the full web stack, did you?
No, no, I think I just had just like the programming concepts with C Sharp, but I don't think we actually did like the MVC framework. Like I think we just talked about it a little bit. We didn't actually like really build anything out with that.
Yeah, yeah. We literally starting in a month, next January, probably a month from today, we'll be teaching .NET MVC in place of the mobile app class.
Okay, yeah,
Um,
that's
so,
cool.
yep, yep. Well, cool. Um, and so, that's your tech stack. Are you developing software that does what? What does the software do?
So I'm a government contractor. So the software that we're working on, it's called like enterprise architecture. So the tool that we work on is called consolidated architecture tool suite. So basically, it's enterprise architecture that has a bunch of different tools that allows they're called enterprise architects to basically build out business processes for the Air Force, the United States government, and stuff like that.
Did you have to get a security clearance to do that?
Yes,
Yeah.
yes. So I have an interim security clearance. I don't have the full one yet, but if I mean, usually if you get the interim, you get the clear to actually work, and then it's usually a good sign to you'll get your full clearance.
Okay. Cool. Cool. So, was that a difficult process? I mean, as far as lengthy and lots of hoops to jump through.
I would say it wasn't too bad. I would say just the application itself, it's pretty lengthy, very in depth. They want to know a lot of information about you, and they want to have like a lot of contacts and references. But as far as me getting my interim, it seemed very quick. I think it was like 8 days, and I
Okay.
feel like usually I feel like it takes a little longer than that. But mine went through fairly quickly. It seemed like so. I was really happy with that.
So you mentioned that like your family was in the restaurant business and that's what you were in your whole life and you chose a totally different software development industry. Why did you choose this industry?
Yeah, okay. So I'll go back to I guess the first question was I ended up going to Ranken because so I will say in 2020, I I had just actually had ran my own business. I had my own restaurant. I did that for 3 years from 2017 until 2020. Uh, when it came time to renew the lease, I just wasn't making any money, and I had a pretty tough go of it. And I just knew that just wasn't what I wanted to do for the rest of my life. And I had already started going back to school. I just didn't really have like a very clear direction. And I had actually got in contact with my buddy Ben Schneider, who actually happens to work at Uncommon, and he also went to Ranken. So like we knew each other from high school, so we already had some ties there. But I gave him a call because I was thinking about going to Ranken, and he just gave me. I heard nothing but good things from him about Rankin and the program. So I just decided that that's what I was going to do, and I enrolled at Rankin. Um, I started in January 2021, and then graduated May 2022. So it was like a year and a half, and so I got through it pretty quickly. And then yeah, here I am now. Really, like I said, I just knew, and all the time that I spent in working in food service and stuff, I do feel that I do kind of still have a passion for it, but I just knew that's not necessarily something I wanted to do for the rest of my life. I needed something different. Uh, I've always been interested in technology and like web and like development and stuff like that for a while. So I don't know, it just really seemed like a good fit to
Nice.
go into this industry.
Cool. Cool. So, it looks like you're in the office.
Yeah.
What is your daily, 9 to 5 like? What's it like out there working for Uncommon?
Yeah, so here we're technically not on the base, but we're about as close to being on the Air Force base as you can be. Like we're literally right outside the gate. But I usually come in every morning around 8 a.m. and then really you just come in, check emails, stuff like that, and then just get to working on whatever needs to be addressed for the day, whether it's like manual click testing, unit testing. What really? So you go into our ticketing system and really just kind of just look for bugs or see if anything needs to be fixed for the day. So we'll do that, and then around at 10 a.m. we have stand up, which where the team gets together, and then we just talk about what we're working on, address anything that needs to be looked at or fixed, or stuff like that, and what needs to be done you know for the week or anything like that. But after that, it's pretty laid back. You just get to work on, like I said, just whatever really needs to be done. It's like I said, it's very laid back.
Let me ask, let's just assume a 40-hour work week. How many of those 40 hours are you writing code?
I would say right now for me, honestly, not a whole lot. Like I'm still very fresh and new here, so I am still learning the code base because the software we're working on it seems very large to me, and there's a lot of things happening in the background. So I would say for now, I don't do a whole lot of coding, but I'm just kind of learning. Maybe looking over the shoulder of my coworkers,
Yeah, because you're
seeing what
still, I
they're
guess,
working
kind of
on.
you're still like you said 2 months in, so you're still kind of onboarding, if you will.
Yeah, for sure. Like that's the thing. Like I do. I'm just kind of just learning, and then I will say they've kind of eased me in, which I'm good. I'm glad I wasn't just kind of just thrown in and expected a lot of. But I'm also very eager to really just learn and to be able to contribute more,
Well, I'm sure a
honestly.
lot of students, they don't want to get in over their skis kind of thing, and and burn
And
out, or wipe out, and
right.
so I'm sure for a lot of the current students, they're probably happy to hear that there was support. You just weren't
Mhm.
like buried on your first day.
Right, and honestly, that was a concern of mine. Coming out of school, I just wasn't sure what it was going to be like. It's like I don't know if I'm expected to like contribute a lot like right away, or if I'm was going to be able to just kind of ease my way in and just be able to like learn and soak up everything.
Yeah,
But like I said, it's been a good experience so far.
yeah. Um, you graduated in May, and yet you're saying you just landed a job a couple of months ago. So there was an in between period after school and between that first job. So I guess my question is, what did you do that really helped you land this first position? Were you giving it your full effort the whole time, or was it kind of like on and off, or?
Yeah. So after school, the idea was to definitely like take a little break. Like I was thinking maybe a month or so, but I will say I wasn't really actively trying to seek out work right away. I was just working at the restaurant for a little bit, uh, just enjoying it, just a little bit of free time. But
Yeah,
then I will say I did kind of get comfortable with that. And like I said, I just wasn't really seeking out work right away. But
yeah.
then
1 month turned to
I
two, two turned to three.
yeah,
Yeah,
and then towards I would say by I felt like it was around August or so where I was just kind of starting to get worried. I was just like, all right, like I was like, I really need to like put forth some effort and try to find a job because it's like otherwise like I am going to be here like for the rest of my life. It's like I know that's not what I want.
yeah,
So that I would say around then was whenever I actively started like putting out my resume out more and applying for different jobs and stuff. But so I would say, at least when it came to landing this job, like I said, my buddy uh, he was already employed here. He's been working here for I think 7 years, but he went to Ranken. But the thing was like whenever I applied, I didn't even contact him. I just applied for the job, and I quickly got replied by one of the recruiters, and I just so happened to bring up that I knew him and she knew him. So I do feel like that definitely worked in my favor.
a little bit of networking.
Uh,
Yeah, it's all about who
yeah.
you know, kind of thing.
And then the my manager, he also happened to go to Rankin. So I do feel like just the connections that I had from Rankin, I definitely feel like that's what got me this job. Because I did. I applied to a few different jobs and I had a couple interviews, but they didn't really go the way I wanted to. But uh, I do feel like here at Uncommon, those connections at Rankin definitely helped me. Even the CEO's son, his son went to Rankin, so I do feel like that at least helped me get my foot in the door here.
Nice, nice, nice. So our class is kind of coming to an end. I got you at the end of the day here, so I want to open it up to the class for questions before I lose you guys here at the end. Um, so Brandon's recent grad. So well, before I ask one more, I do have another one. They didn't even know that I was doing this interview until just now. So
Yeah.
um, you did ranking in 18 months, and not a lot of that's pretty tough. So my question is, what advice would you give to any current students to be successful, at Rankin?
I would say just do your best to just pay attention, really try to soak in all the information, ask questions if you feel stuck, and I would say just you just gotta kind of try to keep your eye on the prize. Like you got to keep your eyes at the end of the tunnel. Like you might feel like if you're struggling or anything like that, just realize that like once you actually make it through and apply yourself, that good things will happen. Like like I do feel very grateful for like my time at Ranken. I do feel like I learned a ton, and I do feel like it definitely helped me get a job. Like, and I just think that just the fact that, I'm one of the few people here that only has an associate's degree. It seems like everybody else has a bachelor's degree, but at the same time, I do feel like what I learned at Ranken was very valuable.
Yeah, yeah, awesome. Well, that's all great to hear. So thanks for sharing that.
All right, question.
Yeah.
So you had mentioned that the company you works for, they primarily work in C Sharp and
Yep.
.NET.
Yep.
So since you didn't have much, I guess, experience in that sense,
Yep.
given Rankin, how did he remain, like, I guess, marketable to a company like that
Yeah.
primarily works in C Sharp?
Yeah. So how are you able to market yourself to a company that does .NET, and yet you didn't have as much experience on that?
Yeah, so honestly, with the position I applied for the junior software developer position, I asked them, and they said they were just looking for someone that has pretty basic knowledge, but it's more about the your communication skills and your eagerness to learn. Because they told me, they're like, like, you have some experience using different technologies, but it's like, as long as you're able to communicate and you're willing to learn, it's like, we can teach you anything, and we're willing to teach you anything. We're going to like show you, how to do what it is that we do, what technology we work on. Because the thing is, like, even in this, especially in this space, the technology is constantly changing. It's changing very fast. You know, you might be working on a certain project, and your team might decide you want to switch to a different technology.
Yeah.
It's not, you shouldn't focus on the technology itself. It's just about just being able to learn.
Yeah.
That's really what it's all about.
Yeah. I've heard attitude and aptitude quite a bit. Yeah. Aptitude to learn and willingness to learn. Very cool. Good question. Thank you. Any other questions? Yeah.
I guess, like, what was your favorite part about ranking? Whether that be like projects, semesters, like
Yeah.
languages?
Yeah. Do you have like anything like a favorite class at Ranken, or a favorite language from Ranken, a favorite project, anything that stuck out to you?
Um, I don't know if I could pick a single one. I did like the bug tracker application a lot, but then honestly, the Android application, I did enjoy working on that as well. I just felt like the whole experience was good. But yeah, like I said, it's not so much about the technology, or like just the project itself. It's just about the lessons you learn, like everything you can learn. Like that's really the main thing.
Cool. Well, hey man, congrats on the first job. Thank you for, like I said, taking the time to answer a few questions. It's always good to get a wide range of interviewees, right? So everyone from the brand new graduate, fresh on the job, to the veteran that's been out there for a while. So different perspectives
Yeah.
help everyone differently. So thank you very much.
Yeah. Yeah, thank you. I appreciate it. And like I said, I'm just thankful for my time at Rankin, and I'm really thankful for you. I do feel like you played a big part in getting me to where I am now.
Ah, you're too
So
kind.
thank you.
I did nothing. Thank you very much. And the other thing is, some of your classmates reached out to me and said, I want to see more of my classmate interviews. So, for example, you graduated with Danny, didn't you? Or he
Yeah,
was in your
yeah,
class? Yeah, he's like, I want to see some more of my class's
yeah.
surveys. So I'm going to make sure to send this
I'd
to
say,
Danny. So,
yeah, I'd say I watched his, and I think you did Cody too. I watched Cody, so yeah.
yep. Yeah, both of them. Right on, right on. All right, man. Take care. Good luck. Good luck out there in the real world.
All right, thank you so much. I
All right.
appreciate it.
Later.
Yep, bye.
Thank you. Bye.